Our third speaker is Dr. Pauline Ogrodzki. She's co-founder at VRX, and her topic is From Molecular Insights to Healthy Living, Pioneering Longevity Through Science and Lifestyle. Dr. Pauline, we are listening to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Anastasia, and thank you, Dr. Mishkat, for talking before me. I think it'll be a perfect follow-on on your last few words when it comes to awareness from the healthcare provider perspective, but also the consumer perspective. So thank you very much. I'm glad I'm right after this to be able to show my presentation. So I'll be sharing my screen. I hope everybody can see this clearly.
Yeah, we see your presentation. Feel free to start.
Thank you very much. So go right ahead. Okay. So welcome everyone, and thank you to be able to join us on today's session on longevity. I am here representing Future Prescriptions, and we'll be talking about molecular insights to healthy living, following on to providing awareness in longevity for the consumer, for the healthcare provider, as I just mentioned earlier. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Pauline Ogrodzki. I am the co-founder of FRX, Future Prescriptions, and we are life science and biotech consultants here in the region with expertise in integrating innovative technologies to advance health, wellness, and longevity strategies. So we collaborate with national healthcare initiatives, emerging market players, industry leaders, and we want to bring cutting-edge technologies into the health and wellness space. So I'll be excited today to guide you through our topic, and we'll explore how science and lifestyle can work together to enhance our health, well-being throughout our life. And we'll focus on understanding the building blocks of longevity and the role of advanced molecular insights and how they play in improving our quality of life. So I think an important topic to remember here is, how do we define longevity? I think this is a topic that probably has a few rounds. Is it gerontology? Are we talking about treating age-related diseases? Are we talking about enabling humans to live longer? The way we see it is preventing or slowing down aging as we know it. And I'd like to emphasize it as we know it, because we want to change and shift that mindset. We don't want aging to be a synonym of frailty or difficulty in life. We want it to be just expanding our life into a healthy lifespan. So what are we essentially trying to achieve? We want to focus on health rather than disease. And we want to prioritize proactivity rather than reactivity when it comes to healthcare strategies. And the big question here also is, how do we apply this to the day-to-day healthcare initiatives? So when does longevity start? It starts from birth. So as soon as we're born, probably as soon as we are conceived, this is when the processing of aging starts. So whether in research or in self-improvement, it is ultimately a longitudinal study that we are conducting. And I think when we look at it, taking a step back, what we are essentially going towards is going back to basics and learning to listen to our bodies again, how we eat, how we move, how we sleep, our mental well-being. And we have a variety of tools and technologies which are currently available, but are they being used effectively is one of the big issues. So both practitioners, consumers, we are exposed to a variety and flooded with information, availability of tools and different tests, but the real core of how to proceed in the successful longevity of the population is, are they being used effectively? So it really comes down to understanding our options in testing and monitoring as a whole, and involving the right people, involving the experts, ensuring that interpretation of that data is actually crucial and probably the most important precursor of those successful outcomes. So we can discuss probably the major pillars, and I've put 4 pillars, but really there is a whole list behind longevity. But the pillars of longevity are really behind nutrition, physical activity, preventive health, and well-being, which really takes us back to those basics. And we want to be able to look at those pillars in terms of personalized nutrition, And how do we approach this personalized nutrition from a concept of genomics tests and how they can help us better understand how to provide those personalized plans, microbiome analysis, amongst many other obviously metrics. And these will help optimize metabolism, reduce inflammation, support cellular repair as one of the primary pillars. And then we go into regular exercise. We hear this a lot, but it is crucial for cardiovascular health, muscle strength, cognitive function, and they also regulate metabolism and reduce inflammation, which are all very important and key factors of aging. Preventive health, so part of the P4 medicine that was mentioned earlier, very important. We have now access to so many tools for early detection, for screening, regular monitoring of vital metrics, periodic omics testing, which I will discuss in a short while, which allow us to adjust our lifestyles to prevent those chronic diseases before they even start. And mental wellness, which thankfully has been pushing through over this past few years, which unfortunately was left behind for too long, but it is a crucial part of longevity. It impacts longevity directly in terms of reducing stress, anxiety, depression, and these all together do lower the risks of chronic diseases and premature aging. So how do we move forward from these and really start hitting those advanced molecular testing concepts? So understanding those tests is primordial. So we put them under the umbrella of multi-omics. And these are actually data sets that are extremely comprehensive and that really dive deep into the biological layers of general testing. So, and these can allow us to be able to tailor those interventions in the pillars that we discussed earlier. So a small brief about what they are, because we could have a session and individual sessions for each one of them. So we'll be talking about genomics as a whole. I think the majority of individuals will have heard of this, genomics, genetics, different, but genomics integrates a variety of testing from predispositions to polygenic risk scoring, germline and somatic variants. We can talk about mitochondrial DNA. Then we can start putting together the epigenomics concepts, which, unlike genomics, are actually examining changes in the gene expression influenced by our lifestyle and environment that will change the way our DNA is expressed. Then we go into the proteomics and metabolomics. So as the name suggests, we analyze proteins and metabolites. And these will show real-life biological functions like inflammation and energy metabolism on which we can start tailoring interventions. And last but not least, my personal favorite, slightly biased, as this is my personal background and passion, microbiomics. So this is to look at the microbiome. So the gut has been particularly hot topic at the moment, but there are many other body sites which are just as important. And these include oral microbiome. We can talk about obviously the gut microbiome, vaginal microbiome, skin microbiome, very distinct environments, very important. They work together in a very, very close manner. And when it comes to the gut microbiome, I'm sure everybody has also heard about the variety of axes that we talk about, the gut brain axis, the gut liver axis, gut lung axis, you name it. So the importance of the microbiome and how our daily or even every really decision we make every minute of the day impacts this secondary brain, as we'll call it, are absolutely crucial to longevity and how to be able to take our own health in our own hands, because ultimately all of these interventions, all of these changes outside of possibly the prescribed therapeutics or surgical interventions are fully in our hands. And hence, this is something that we can work on ourselves every day, closely with our physicians as well. And last but not least of my slides, we're talking about proactive longevity through continuous monitoring. So it's all good and well to talk about those advanced molecular technologies. It's also very important to understand that we need to go back to the basics and understand that everybody is different and everybody is unique. So understanding this uniqueness is crucial for promoting long-term health. So longevity is not a one-time effort. It's a continuous journey that evolves with our own biology, and where traditional health metrics don't always apply universally, and general health ranges may not be reflected or may not reflect what's optimal for every individual. That's why continuous monitoring, including core labs, vitals, allergies, and intolerances, which may change over time, glucose monitoring, the power of wearables, as Dr. Mishtag mentioned earlier, when it comes to Internet of Things and AI, body composition, medical history, all of these combined with your deep omics testing are absolutely essential. And it allows us to redefine what health baselines mean on our personal biology rather than relying on broad population averages. So this individualized approach helps us detect shifts in health way before symptoms arise, and that empowers us to make timely lifestyle adjustments. So this is where we can start tailoring those interventions and help everybody on a path to a longer and, most importantly, better life. So this was brief. I hope it created awareness, but thank you all for listening. And I wish that you could stay on to listen to everybody's presentations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pauline. It was very insightful, and hope everyone enjoyed the presentation.